Have you ever stood in your beautifully minimalist home, admired the clean lines and uncluttered surfaces, and felt like something was just missing? That whisper of emptiness in a perfectly curated space? You're not alone. For years, minimalism has been synonymous with neutral palettes, sleek furniture, and less is more. But the latest evolution, the one that's taking over design feeds and serene homes in early 2026, is proving that less doesn't have to mean devoid of life. In fact, the most advanced minimalist spaces are now embracing a powerful human-centric principle, biophilic design. And no, this isn't about turning your home into a chaotic jungle. It's a deliberate, nuanced art, the art of strategic greenery. It's about creating a minimalist sanctuary that doesn't just look good, but feels good. A space that reduces stress, boosts creativity, and connects you to nature without sacrificing a single ounce of that calm, minimalist ethos you love. We're diving into the sophisticated world of biophilic minimalism. We'll move beyond the basic potted plant and explore how to integrate nature in a way that feels intentional, architectural, and deeply trending. Stick around because I've got some fresh, almost futuristic ideas that you probably haven't seen yet. Section 1. The New Rules, Biophilic Principles for the Minimalist. Let's start by reframing our approach. Biophilic design isn't just adding plants. It's about engaging our innate human need to connect with nature. For the minimalist, this is a dream framework because it's all about intentionality. We're going to focus on 3 key principles you can apply right now. First, visual connection. This is the direct view of natural elements. But in a minimalist setting, the pot is as important as the plant. Think of the container as part of your material palette. A single, stunning fiddle leaf fig in a textured, sand-colored ceramic pot becomes a sculptural statement. A series of identical, simple glass vessels propagating pothos cuttings on a windowsill creates a rhythm of life. The plant isn't clutter. It's a living art piece. Second, non-visual connection. This is the magic layer. It's about engaging the other senses that minimalism often overlooks. Sound, the gentle trickle of a small stone tabletop water feature. Touch, a chunky, nubby wool throw that mimics grass, or a smooth river rock used as a bookend. Scent, not overpowering candles, but the subtle, clean scent of a rosemary topiary in your kitchen, or some eucalyptus stems in a simple vase in your bathroom. These elements add depth without visual noise. Third, dynamic and diffuse light. This is about embracing and manipulating natural light, a minimalist's best friend. Use sheer linen curtains to create soft, dappled light patterns on your floors. Place a sleek, prismatic suncatcher to cast tiny rainbows that dance across your walls, throughout the day. You're not adding an object. You're amplifying an experience. Section 2. Fresh architectural ideas beyond the potted plant. Now, for the ideas you're here for. Let's talk about moving past the shelf of pots. Here are 3 trending architectural integrations for 2026. Idea 1. The living wall fragment. Forget the massive, complex living wall. The trend is the isolated biocanvas. Imagine a framed, vertical panel of preserved moss or stabilized ferns. Think of it like a green painting. It's maintenance-free, adds incredible texture, and sits on your wall with the same authority as a minimalist artwork. You can even find them with integrated, subtle LED lighting that glows softly in the evening. Search for preserved moss art or biocanvas panels. This is huge right now. Idea 2. The hydro-terrarium column. This is a seriously cool trend. It's a tall, slender glass column, almost like a test tube scaled up, that uses a hydroponic or semi-hydroponic system to grow a single, striking plant like a snake plant or a ZZ plant. You see the elegant root structure in water and pebbles, the clean geometry of the glass, and the vibrant green on top. It's a conversation piece that screams futuristic, mindful minimalism. Look up hydro-glass plant columns or minimalist hydroponic decor. Idea 3. Integrated plant niches. This is about built-in, not added on. If you're renovating or building, consider designing a small, recessed niche in your shower for a humidity-loving orchid or fern. Or create a negative space void in a floating shelf unit dedicated solely to a trailing vine. The plant becomes an organic element within the architecture, not an accessory placed on top of it. Section 3. The 2026 Symbiosis, Tech, Sustainability, and Wellness. Finally, let's talk about what makes this 2026's biophilic trend. Not 2020's. It's the seamless marriage of nature with smart technology and a focus on holistic wellness. We're seeing the rise of smart plant systems that are truly discreet. Think ultra-slim, self-watering planters with soil sensors that connect to your home app, notifying you only when needed, no more guesswork or dead plants cluttering your zen. The key word here is automated plant care for busy homeowners. Sustainability is also key. The trend is towards native and air-purifying plants that are easier to care for and have a tangible benefit. A minimalist indoor jungle in 2026 is less about rarity and more about purpose. Think peace lily, spider plants, and dracaenas, and the pots? Bio-based planters made from rice husk, mycelium, or recycled textiles are becoming the gold standard. Ultimately, this trend, which you might find under Wellness-Focused Interior Design or Calm Home Trends 2026, is about creating a personal ecosystem. It's acknowledging that true minimalism isn't about emptiness. It's about removing everything that doesn't serve you, and intentionally adding back only what does. And what serves us most profoundly is that deep, quiet connection to the natural world. So look at your space. Where can you add a moment of life? A texture, a scent, a glimmer of light? Start with one intentional piece of green, placed not as an afterthought, but as a central, calming character in the story of your home. So, as we bring our focus back from these ideas, I want you to take a mental step back from your own space for just a moment. Think beyond the specific plant or the perfect pot. What we're really talking about here is curating an experience. Minimalism taught us to strip away the excess, to find clarity in empty space. Biophilic design, in its most intelligent form, teaches us what to invite back into that sacred clarity. It's not about filling space, but about fulfilling a fundamental human need within it. That blank wall, it's not just empty. It's potential for a textural, living fragment of art. That silent corner, it's an opportunity for the soft, calming sound of moving water. That sharp, clean line of your kitchen counter, it's beautifully softened by the organic, irregular shape of a trailing vine. This is minimalism evolving from a purely visual philosophy into a holistic sensory practice. I'll leave you with this final thought. The most impactful design trend of our time isn't a specific color or a piece of furniture. It's intentionality. It's the conscious choice to surround yourself, not just with objects you like, but with elements that actively contribute to your well-being. A touch of greenery in your minimalist sanctuary isn't a decorative afterthought. It's a quiet, daily act of self-care. It's your built-in reminder to breathe, to grow, and to find a moment of peace in an always-on world. Now, I'd love to hear your story. What's the first change you're imagining? Is it the calming presence of a single statement fiddle-leaf fig by your reading chair? Or maybe the subtle, kinetic energy of a water feature on your patio? Drop your thoughts, your plans, or even your questions in the comments below. Let's build a community of mindful designers right here. Your idea might just spark inspiration for someone else. If this conversation about meaningful design resonated with you, please give this video a like. It truly helps guide others here who are looking to create their own sanctuary. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell. We're constantly exploring how to build spaces that are not only beautiful, but are genuinely good for the soul, from the neuroscience of layout to the poetry of materials. Until next time, look at your space with kind, new eyes. Listen to what it needs to feel truly alive. And remember, design with intention, live with connection.